Fox 5 Morning News starts. Look over there.
And it starts right now.
Number 20. Grammy reporter mixes words. Getting tongue-tied during a news report is a pretty common occurrence for newscasters and reporters, but Serene Branson took it to a whole other level.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison. Let's go to Terrace and look for the head of the pit.
During her news report delivered outside the 2011 Grammy Awards, Branson reportedly suffered a migraine, causing her speech to be garbled and unintelligible. The way she delivers the nonsense words with such conviction tells you that in any other circumstance, Branson is a complete professional, and that there's more to this error than meets the eye. A very heavy rotation indeed. Number 19. Beagle takes studio by storm. Animals can make for unpredictable partners on TV, and though that can make life difficult for their handlers, from a viewer's perspective, the results are always hilarious.
Here comes Friday. Hey.
Weatherman John Ziegler learned this the hard way when Griffey, the studio beagle, insisted on a game of fetch during the forecast. Ziegler quickly gives in and engages the dog, which proves to be his undoing. Griffey returns to the weatherman again and again, even hitting the green screen in his excitement.
He's making me work today. I thought men could multitask, right? All right, 26 tonight. It'll get a little bit, the fake throw, it worked.
Although Ziegler smiles through it, you can see him becoming progressively worn down as he weathers the playful but sudden storm of energy. Number 18. Eating floor grape nuts. The 5-second rule couldn't save this newscaster. During a live broadcast, weatherman Scott Haney decided to snack on what he thought were some grape nuts strewn on the floor.
Let's go to the roads, please.
I can't believe you just ate that.
You can't?
As fellow anchors mock him for his odd on-air choice, Haney's facial expressions soon give away that he too is having second thoughts. But viewers soon got an update that made everything worse.
My cat threw up, and I must have stepped in it, and that's what I ate.
Disgusting.
I thought it was grape nuts. I ate cat vomit.
In the Trending Now segment, Haney reveals that what he thought were grape nuts was actually cat vomit he tracked into the studio on his shoes. Well, that explains why the so-called grape nuts were a little soggy. It was a funny reveal, but also rather revolting. Number 17. The completely wrong clip. When it comes to producing video content, editing is crucial. One mistake can throw off an entire segment. Anchor Pat Murphy was updating sports fans about tight end Kevin Everett's condition after an in-game injury.
Great news regarding Bills tight end Kevin Everett. He moved his arms and legs today.
As Murphy mentions that Everett could move his arms and legs, they cut to a video of a completely different man in a wheelchair.
That's the wrong video, by the way. That is not the right video.
The baffling courtroom scene that plays out is horrendously inappropriate for the story. As the newsroom cuts quickly from the ill-timed clip, Murphy manages to keep his composure and finish the report like a professional. But we're guessing someone behind the scenes got a serious reprimand. Number 16. Edits required. As we were saying about the importance of editing, it applies to the script too.
Good evening, I'm Ken Bastida. Dana is off tonight. He was murdered and then set on fire while celebrating his birthday.
In this clip from CBS 5 Eyewitness News, anchor Ken Bastida announced that his co-worker was out before going into the lead story about a recent homicide. However, there was no clear transition between the two topics, and the victim's name wasn't mentioned. As a result, it looks and sounds like Bastida had just delivered news of a coworker's grisly death with barely any emotion. The real victim's name and picture do appear, making it clear that his fellow anchor is alright, but seriously? A simple reread and we could have avoided a whole lot of shock and confusion. Number 15. Complete mic fail. A reporter cannot do their job with a missing microphone, but they should check for one first. During coverage of the Democratic National Convention, we're sent live to reporter Andy Shaw at the event.
I need a mic, Rich, a mic.
He doesn't say a full word before looking down at his notes and then looking for a mic, despite already having a headset to speak into.
Microphone!
Ironically, as Shaw screams for a mic, we can hear his every word. When the feed cuts back to the studio, he's made such a scene that his fellow anchor can't not smirk at the humor of it all. Number 14. Anchor laughs at Goatman. Each year, Ig Nobel Prizes are awarded to strange projects that are funny yet fascinating. But the staff at CTV News couldn't get past the funny part when talking about one winner.
He did it because he wanted a simpler life.
Thomas Thwaites had spent 3 days living as a goat, chewing on grass and wearing artificial limbs. As one anchor discusses his findings, she breaks out into laughter.
The IG Nobel Awards honor research that may seem bizarre or amusing.
Although she tries to press on, the visuals prove too much for her to handle. By the end of the segment, 3 studio anchors are cracking up on air, and the Goatman proves himself worthy of his Ig Nobel Prize.
I need a Kleenex.
You guys.
Number 13. Can't handle the pressure. This Australian morning show sent a reporter on a mission he could not handle. Up in the sky above the Earth, at the mercy of a pilot who's used to the rigors of plane tricks, a mild-mannered presenter made the mistake of encouraging a man to push him to his limits.
Right, and then we go left. And let's go. Squeezing. Squeezing. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing. Keep squeezing.
The look of just holding back vomit and exhilaration on his face soon give way to one in which he seems at peace, as unconsciousness takes him. Number 12. Close interview with Pole. A dedicated reporter doesn't let anything get in the way of their story. Cant Mulgat demonstrated this when he questioned an irritated lawyer trying to walk away. In the middle of his hot pursuit, Mulgat walks straight into a metal pole.
Oh my God, that hurt.
The hit is so striking that even the annoyed lawyer stops to check up on him. A second camera angle shows that Mulgat actually stayed on his feet, but that the impact likely cost him a pair of glasses. We don't know if his persistence got him any closer to the truth, but talk about a story with impact. Number 11. Make-believe. One of the most important aspects of bringing the news to the public is cultivating an ability to get to the truth of any story, and not let lies and deception deter you.
You got a plane crash, 29th and King Drive.
How someone in the chain of command of this news station was not able to stop these anchors from treating this TV set as a legitimate crash scene will never cease to amaze us.
We are just getting word that this is being shot as part of a TV show.
We can only imagine if the copter camera panned a little bit more to the side, that there would have to be cameras, crew, and maybe even trailers or catering fully in view. Number 10. Jet slack. When you first wake up in the morning and find your way to the nearest TV, one of the last things you'd probably expect to see is a grown man slammed into the sea.
Fox 5 Morning News starts. Look over there.
And it starts right now.
Using a water-powered jetpack when you have what we presume is little TV experience may sound like a fun idea at first, but it also may just lead to internet infamy. When the anchors burst out into uncontrollable laughter at your misfortune immediately thereafter, then that fate is virtually ensured. It still looks wicked fun though. Number 9. Under the Influence. BBC correspondent Quentin Somerville got a little too close to this highly exclusive report.
Burning behind me is 8.5 tons of heroin, opium, hashish and other narcotics.
Somerville was taping a segment in the Middle East as a large pile of drugs burned behind him. He manages to record for about 5 seconds before the fumes get to him, causing uncontrollable laughter.
Burning behind me.
Somerville tries to get serious, but each of his attempts to start over proves more side-splitting than the last. At times, even the cameraman seems affected by the smoke. Their giggles may have come from being under the influence, but the laughs this report produces are completely genuine.
Well, we just need one more.
Number 8. News lessons. There are few things in this world more awkward than suddenly finding yourself working under somebody who you were at one time the boss of.
Thank you, Bowler. Thank you. All right, it's back to you, Jim.
Ollie, don't let her go away. What does she have a response to that? Is she still there?
Probably the worst case scenario is when you find yourself at odds with him while live on television. But at least you can rest assured that your embarrassment is creating some amazing TV for the rest of the world.
So what do you want now?
Well, if I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie, I'll do that later.
Oh, why don't you do that later, Jim? I think the lady expressed herself, and you're not here, you're there. Is there any question you'd like me to ask her?
We can't help but love every second of this anchor and reporter engaging in schoolyard-level taunts in what should otherwise be a very serious environment.
Well, I'll give you some lessons on how to be an editor, because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were, and are no longer. How did that happen?
Number 7. Unique introduction. At one time, the world of television was dominated by a few networks that had a stranglehold on what you saw on your sets. As a result, only the most seasoned, experienced people got the chance to helm the news.
Your news leader in high definition.
Gay shit.
In our modern world, where there are seemingly as many stations as there are stars in the sky, there are many more opportunities for unknowns to grace your TV.
I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
An example of why that is not a good thing, AJ Clemente's first seconds on air were stained with vulgarity and awkwardness that got him fired, as well as on Letterman talking about his mistakes. Number 6. Hamster Mugshot. This may be the worst place a rodent has ever popped up. An anchor was providing an update on a disappearance case that had gone unsolved for years. As she names Rodney Stanger as a new suspect, viewers were shown the image of a hamster holding a movie slate.
The possible suspect, Rodney Stanger, seen here. Well, no, this is not Rodney Stanger, obviously.
It's on-screen moments before the camera zooms quickly back to the anchor. She manages to dismiss the picture and move on with her report, with only a faint smile as evidence that it ever happened. We will say it once more with feeling. When it comes to live news, proper editing is vital. Number 5. Instant karma. Arguably, there is nothing more visceral than seeing or hearing someone in extreme pain and knowing exactly what's going through their mind. After trying to trick her opponent into momentarily stopping her grape stomping, the reporter falls face first into the ground. She's clearly in extreme pain, and most of us can relate. In the immediate aftermath of suffering, many of us may try to put up a front that the experience isn't as bad as it seems. So it would take an all-encompassing pain that our brains would not be able to ignore to make us drop that facade.
Oh, I can't breathe. Stop.
Oh no. Oh
boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No,
there.
I think she is.
Yeah, she's
Ouch.
hurt. She took a hard fall off there.
The end of this news segment is the incarnation of that effect, and we cannot stop listening to it, though we're also cringing at the same time. Number 4. Boom. You'd think that the two segments of the news that seem the most clear-cut and easy to handle would be the weather and sports.
Switching to Ball State men's tennis, it seems every week they have a player.
The latter is oftentimes just spouting stats and scores with a few moments of personal opinions or witticisms thrown in.
Steven Jackson's David.
As such, many couch potatoes who love sports may fancy themselves a good fit for the role. If you happen to know someone with delusions of grandeur about their potential as a sportscaster or reporter and you want to shut them up, then this clip is for you.
Later he gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Sometimes incapable of even stringing a sentence together, this reporter can only spout one memorable line convincingly. Number 3. Guy mistaken for expert. This may be the most hilarious case of mistaken identity ever recorded. Guy Goma went into the BBC News studios to interview for an IT job.
I mean, you got an interview there, so it's a big surprise anyway.
A big surprise. But his interview took a turn when a staff member mistook him for tech journalist Guy Cuny and put Goma on live television. As Guy Cuny is introduced, we see the look of fear flash on his face. Against all odds, Goma is able to hold it together and answer the reporter's questions with surprisingly good answers.
Exactly. You can go everywhere on the cyber cafe and you can check. You can go easy. It's gonna be very easy way for everyone to get something to the.
Unfortunately, Guy's quick thinking did not get him a job in the IT department, but it did get him future TV appearances, for which he was actually able to prepare. Number 2, we'll do it live. Unlike some of the other reporters on this list, Bill O'Reilly is a very seasoned television personality.
Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
It may be because of that he feels comfortable acting like this on set.
What does that mean? To play us out?
When the teleprompter doesn't display what he expects, instead of being a professional and working to rectify the situation, he at first barely holds in his unbridled rage, and then completely unleashes it on those behind the scenes.
We'll do it live! F*** it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
The fact that he is aware that he's being filmed by the very people he unleashes on speaks to his pompous belief that they would never share the footage with others. Luckily for all of us, he was very wrong.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
I'm not not usually one to find it funny when people hurt themselves, but no matter how many times I watch Grape Stomping Lady, I die laughing. Well, let's hope karma doesn't come back to bite me. But this is the internet, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised when it does happen. But at least I'm not Bill O'Reilly. Karma really did get him. Anyway, before our top pick goes on the air, here are some honorable mentions.
Now things look nice on 68, and I know you ain't gonna be late. So that was your traffic wrap today. Man, let's get some weather from my weather girl, Austin Cavanaugh. Come on, give us a weather, boy, give it to us, word.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The f is that? Shit! I'm dying in this f***ing country-ass up town.
We'll toss it back to you guys. And Aaron, again, congratulations on your big Hooters. Hoosiers win.
You said what?
Wow, that was a slip of the tongue.
And here they come down the hill. It looks like Ruben is in the lead, and here comes Al. And this... That was a bad idea. At Riverside Park, Rob Leth, Global News.
An infestation of Canadian brown finches, which is a small bird. I guess I should have seen that one coming, huh?
Number 1. Zero Prank Radar. When Asiana Airlines Flight 214 crashed on its final approach to an airport in San Francisco, it had the focus of eyes and ears worldwide.
KTVU has just learned the names of the 4 pilots who were on board the flight. They are Captain Sum Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Lee Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
Even in this most grave of circumstances, there are those among us that saw it as an opportunity for jokes and levity. After years of falling for fake names, even Mo from The Simpsons may have balked at just how ridiculous a name like Sum Ting Wong sounds when read out loud, but somehow it still made it to live television, with the Bay Area's KTVU Channel 2 News reporting several incorrect pilot names as fact.
We made several mistakes when we received this information. First of all, we never read the names out loud.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.